Okay, since this problem deals with or, we have to add probabilities. So we're going to take the probability that she pulls out a disk divisible by 2, and then we're going to add the probability that she pulls out a disk divisible by 3, and then we're going to subtract any disks that were divisible by both 2 and 3. That's the plan. So we're going to start with disks that were divisible by 2. Those are the even numbers. How many even numbers are there from 1 to 60? 30. Half of them. Half of the 60 disks are even. Now we're going to do the numbers, the disks that are divisible by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, on and on and on. How many disks are divisible by 3? 20. Now, the disks that are in both groups would be, well, you can see 6 up there. It would be the disks that are divisible by 6. 6, 12, 18. So there will be 10 of those. And that's the ones that you counted twice when you were adding. So the disk divisible by 2, 30 out of 60. The disk divisible by 3, 20 out of 60. You'll notice that we counted 6 in there twice, and there were more we counted twice, so we have to subtract them once to get back to only counting them once. Add those things together. What you end up with is 2/3, which is approximately 67%. Adding probabilities, when there is overlap, you need to subtract. Okay? All right. I want you to do these 6 problems on your own. We'll go over them in a few minutes here. Some of them have overlap, some of them do not. And then we'll go through all 6 together. So we had 2, 4, 6 for the evens. We have 2, 3, 5 for the primes. And we had to subtract because we had a double 2. Add those together, 5/6. So really the only thing that you can't get is a 1. Because the 1 is the only number that's not even or prime on a die. The probability of getting a multiple of 3 or 4, the multiples of 3 are 3 and 6. The multiples of 4 are 4. Add those together, 3, 6, or 1/2. The probability of getting a multiple of 2 or 3. The probability of getting a multiple of 2, that's 2, 4, 6, so that's 3/6. A multiple of 3 would be 3 or 6. And we have an overlap there of 6, so we subtract that. Correct answer, 4/6 or 2/3. Jesse has 8 friends who have volunteered to help him with a school fundraiser. 5 of his friends are boys and 3 are girls. If he randomly selects 3 friends to help him, find each probability. The probability of 2 boys or 2 girls. Okay, so now, first of all, is this, he's just selecting a group of friends. So does order matter? No. Because I think we're going to have to bust out our old PRB button for this one. So we're going to be using combinations. So if we're going to use combinations, and we're doing 2 boys, Connor? Okay, so for boys, what you would do is combination 5 boys choosing 2. This is kind of a review of what we did a few days ago. You might have forgotten how to do it, so we're going over it again. You have 5 boys, and you want to choose 2. Now, since you're choosing 3 people, and 2 of them are boys, logic would say there's 1 girl. So, you're also going to do combination 3, 1, and you multiply those just like we did a few days ago. That's how many ways the good thing, 2 boys, can happen. Over the totality of what she's doing, which is 8 people, and she's choosing 3. So what I have written down is the probability of just 2 boys. Choosing 2 boys out of 5, choosing 1 girl out of 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add to that the probability of 2 girls. Can you write down the combinations needed for a 2-girl group? Here's my combination set up for 2 girls. See if you agree. Looks something like that. It doesn't matter if you had the 5-1 first and the 3-2 second. It'll all come out in the wash. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to be able to type that in and not screw it up. And figure out what's the probability if you're selecting 3 people out of 5 boys and 3 girls. What's the probability you're going to get 2 and 1 as opposed to 3 and 0? Because those are really your only choices. Okay, 30 over 56 plus 15 over 56. Fraction is 45 over 56. So for 11, we got 19.6%. Go ahead and try number 12. For 12, you got the probability of getting 2 girls plus the probability of 3 girls. And that should have been, well, what's that add up to? What's the decimal? Did anybody figure it out? Approximately 29%. Give it a try. We'll check it in a minute. So we're going to take the probability of fall, which is 20. The probability of winter, which is 14. Both, which is 8. That's what's going to be on top when we add and then subtract. Now we have to figure out how many people they're talking about, which is 32. So what we have is 20 over 32 plus 14 over 32 minus 8 over 32. All that turns into 26 over 32, which is 13/16, which is what percentage? 13/16, 81%.